1. Good morning, 4th grade at Temple View. It's your friendly neighborhood 4th grade teacher, and I'm going to teach you what we're going to be doing today. So I have my big paper, and I've got a grid paper, and I've got tape and markers. Okay, so in the middle of the paper, you're going to write your equation. So I'm going to do 25 times 13 equals. Now around this equation, I'm going to circle it because this is the problem we're going to be working on. Now over here, I'm going to do my base 10 model. So I draw a line, and this is going to be the area that I'm going to do it on. I'm going to identify what colors and what shapes I'm going to use as my base 10. So I have the orange square is going to equal 100. The blue line is going to represent 10. And the brown dot is going to equal 1. All right, now I'm going to draw my board, put my multiplication symbol there, and the number I need is 25 times 13. So 25 is going to be right here. So 25 would be broken down into 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And 13, whoops, Mrs. Boynton made a mistake. I got to make these brown. All right, and then 13 will be represented as a 10, 11, 12, 13. Now I know that my 10, or my first brick right here is going to be 10 high and 10 wide, and so I'm going to make a block that's 10 high and 10 wide, which would turn it into a what? What is this? A hundreds block. Now this next brick right here is going to be 10 high and 10 wide, so it'll be another hundreds brick. Now my next one is going to be 1 wide and 10 high. So that will be represented by a tens rod. Again, 1 wide, 10 high is going to be a tens rod. 1 wide, 10 high, another tens rod. 1 wide, 10 high, another tens rod. 1 wide, 10 high, another tens rod. Oop. Now we can go into our next line. The next line on our grid will be the 1 high, 10 wide. So that will be also represented by a tens brick. 1 high, 10 wide is going to be represented by a tens brick. But now we have a 1 wide, 1 high, which is only a 1. Again, 1 wide, 1 high, 1 wide, 1 high, 1 wide, 1 high, 1 wide, 1 high. Perfect. Good job. Now we go to the next one in the row. We have 1 high and 10 wide. We represent that by a tens brick. Our next one is 10 wide, 1 high. We represent that by another tens brick. And right here, we have a 1 wide and 1 high, so they're going to be ones. Good job. Now we have our last row. Our last row has 1 high, 10 wide, so we represent that by the tens brick, or tens rod. 1 high, 10 wide, tens rod. And again, our little guys over here are just only 1 high, 1 wide. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need to figure out how much is in the grid. We have 200, so we have 200s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tens. And we know that 11 tens is going to be, let's count, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So we have 110 in 10 rods. And then we got to count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we got to add up all of those partial products. 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my answer to this equation problem is 325. Now I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to circle this and I'm going to label it the base 10 model. Good job. Now we're going to do another one. You need to have a piece of grid paper. We're taping it on. So it doesn't fall off all willy-nilly. All right, now we have 25 times 13. So we have 25 bricks that we need, or 25, and we're going to break that 25. We're going to break the 25 and the 13 apart into 20 plus 5 and the 13 into 10 and 3. So our first one that we're breaking apart is 20, and we're going to count up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But now I have to add 5 to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this way is going to be 10 and 3. So our first one is 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to build the rest of my area model. I'm just breaking it apart where the colors are different. So this brick, let's look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5 times 10. This brick is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 1, 2, 3. Boop. And then we know that the blue was 20, so we can count 20. And this wide we know was 10 because we marked it out. So that spot is 10 times, or 20 times 10. Now this one we know is 20. And we have 3 right here, so it's 20 times 3. So if we go up here, we know by skip counting that 10 times 5 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yay! 5 times 3 is 5, 10, 15. And then I know if I take the placeholders away and I do 2 times 1, it's 2. And then I place the placeholders back here because that's 1's place, 10's place, that equals 200. On this one, I'm taking the placeholder away. 2 times 3 is 6. Placing the placeholder back down because we can't just get rid of it willy-nilly is 60. So now I need to add 50 plus 15 plus 20 plus 60. And I'm going to do it over here in my workspace. So 50 plus 15 plus 200 plus 60. So 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 5 is 5, and 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 0 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. We got to bring it up. 2 plus 1, 3. Now let's look at this. This answer is 325. I'm going to look over at my base 10. It also is 325. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little wonky circle because it's got my grid paper in it. And I'm going to label this area model. Now we only have one more. Make sure you're connecting it to your equation. All right. So Mrs. Boynton has to get creative, so I'm flipping it around. So I'm going to rewrite my equation for the partial product. So 25 breaks up into 20 plus 5. My 13 breaks up into 10 plus 3. We need to keep the numbers together because, again, this is the same as this. So 20 plus 5 equals 25, and 10 plus 3 equals 13. But what are we doing to the two numbers? We got to bring down the multiplication symbol. Okay, so now we're going to multiply these all together. We've turned two numbers, so we would have had two equations, into 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4 equations. So we're going to take 20 and we're going to times it by the first number in the parentheses on the other side. So that is 20 times 10. All right. Now we're not done yet because we still need to multiply it by that number. So we're going to circle it again. And 20 is also going to be multiplied by 3. So 20 times 3. I'm not done because it wasn't a 20, it was a 25. So our other part of our number is a 5. And our 5, we're going to multiply with the first number of the next parentheses. So it's 10 times 5. And then, because we know it wasn't only a 5, it's a 25, we also need to multiply it because this was not just a 3, it was a 13. So our next one will be 5 times 3. Ba-da-ba-doo. All right, so now we need to take the parts of this product and we need to add them together. So our first equation, and we got it from the 20 and the 10, we're taking away the placeholders. 2 times 1 is 2. And again, we need to put our placeholders back down as the 1's place and the 10's place because that's what the areas that they held. All right, and then we're going to the 20 times 3. Take away that placeholder. 2 times 3 is 6. We have to take that 1's placeholder, bring it down, because we can't get rid of it willy-nilly. So this equation's 60. Now 10 times 5, we're going to get rid of that placeholder for just a second. 5 times 1 is 5. We need to take that 1's placeholder back down and it turns into a 50. All right, now there's no placeholders on this. And so 5 times 3, 5, 10, 15. Now, when things are written like this, Mrs. B has a hard time adding it up. So I need to take 200, 60, 50, and 15 and add it together for my partial product. So I have 200, 60, 50, 15. We're adding those partial products together. 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. Again. And 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay. Now guys, let's check this out. 325, 325, and 325. Now this is partial product, so let's go ahead. Oop, I did the wrong color. We're going to circle this, and guess what we're going to label it? We're going to label it partial product. Smiley face, because smiley faces earn points. All right, now any of these spots you can write your first, next, and finally so that you can teach your group. Have a lovely day, and remember that we love you. Bye-bye.
Your teacher's a wonderful lady.